Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, October 6th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is my harmony is at the leading edge of this revolution. Woo! We have so much going on today. We have the new moon in Libra, and this new moon is working with Uranus. This new moon is working with Mars. So very potent energy. Actually, this new moon is part of a yod. So I don't know when the last time we had a yoded new moon. Luch is speaking. She's like, it's been a while. Thank you, Luch. We also have Pluto going direct. Pluto has been retrograde since the end of April. So here's the beginning of planets going direct and pushing us into our next level of lessons. Pluto specifically is going to be working us over this next year. So next year plus. So that's really potent energy. So let's start with this new moon. New moon in Libra. We reached the peak of the new moon at 4:05 a.m. Pacific time. It is at 13 degrees. That is that revolution, evolution degree. It is Uranus energy. 13 degrees corresponds with Uranus energy. So that is where we get pushed into our personal liberation. That's where we get pushed into change. And look, we have that in the cards today. Not to mention that Uranus is actually feeding into this new moon. So that's kind of a double whammy right there. And then, like I said, there's a yod. It's a yod with an asteroid, but it counts for sure. So we have Pallas in Pisces also feeding into this. Where to start? Because there's so much. I'm actually going to start with these Sabian symbols because I feel like this really aligns with the work or the not work that we're called into. So the Sabian symbol for Libra 13 degrees is children blowing soap bubbles. Simple, easy. And if we look to the degree we're moving into, the 14 degree, Libra 14 degrees, in the heat of the noon hour, a man takes a siesta. And what I love about this one specifically, and even just like taking a break to play with the, children blowing smoke, soap bubbles, not smoke bubbles, soap bubbles. What it's saying is social structuring cannot be maintained healthfully without breaks in whatever climate man may live, humans may live. Besides, the body needs quiet and relaxation from nervous tension after what is usually the main meal of the day. Who cares about the meal part? But what it's saying between these two Sabian symbols as part of this leading edge revolution energy from your personal harmony within is that taking time to find your balance, taking time to rest, taking time to play is so important in this revolution. I love that we actually have Uranus in Taurus feeding in because while Uranus in Taurus can trigger us and can trigger worth stuff and can trigger us around like working and showing up to work and how productive we are and all of that, Uranus in Taurus is also reminding us like we're here to enjoy. We're here to engage with pleasure. We're here to engage with our senses. And if we are not taking the time to do so, then we're not actually, what is the right wording here? We're not living that fulfilled life that leads to excellence, that leads to good things, that leads to actually better productivity and that kind of thing. And I love, and like I said, that Pallas is feeding in. Pallas is in Pisces. It's not exact. It's at 12 degrees Pisces, but it's just 1 degree off from this yacht. So definitely feeling this energy. And Pallas in Pisces, Pallas represents patriarchal energy. And Pisces can represent like days of old, right? Our past lives and our ancestry and all of that. And so having Pallas feed into this energy is reminding us we do not have to follow these patriarchal patterns. We are here to change. We're here to break these patterns. And so you may be triggered today through these patterns. You may have people, showing up in your life, bosses or partners or parents or whoever being like, you're supposed to be doing it this way. And you're like, no, I am supposed to be finding what my harmony is and working from that place, aligning with myself first. And I know that's hard. It's not what we've been taught, but that's what I really feel like is being seated in this new moon energy. For so long, we have tried to fix the world. How many Miss Americas have been like, world peace? Right? We want this so much. And yet, while we are raging volcanoes inside, which we will get into in just a second, when we are not able to come into harmony within, when we are killing ourselves to try to make enough money to survive, we are not in balance, we are not harmony, and we are not going to be creating harmony in the world as we go about our living. Now, let me be fair and say there are ways that we can find harmony even in unharmonious situations. That is possible, but I don't feel like that's what the leading edge energy is asking us to do. The leading edge is asking us, how do you become harmonious within? How can you let your environment you live in, the work you do, the people you talk to, how can you align that with harmony? And this isn't also about like going and, shutting yourself in a cave, which some would argue is an easier way to connect harmoniously. This is in Libra. So Libra is relationship with the universe, relationship with yourself, but relationship all around as well. So speaking of the volcano and the reaction energy, we do have Mars also combined with this. So we have the Sun, the Moon, Mars, all at 13 degrees. Now, the Sun and Mars are going to unite fully on Thursday evening. But still playing cat and mouse, but that energy is very real. So watch what is throwing you off, what is frustrating you, what is making you angry. And again, how can you bring harmony to yourself in these places where you're feeling frustrated? Also, how can you line your actions, Mars energy, with your personal balance, with your center, with your view of harmony? This is part of the call. Now, with Uranus feeding in and all this 13-degree energy that we have with this, you may find yourself getting triggered. That's going to be where the work is. And here's the blessing from the universe. The universe is like, okay, so we're going to have this new moon. It's going to be a powerful one. And then we're going to have Mercury come back over and light that up with this retrograde and roll over it a few times. So these lessons are going to be ongoing, but watch where you're triggered. This is where the work is. And it doesn't mean you just, throw in the garbage these things that are triggering you. This is where the deeper work is coming into play in this new moon. So, powerful energy. All right, and let me just say for those of you who are like, what's a yod? The yod is a finger of God, the finger of fate, and it's like, this thing right here is important, and it's pointing to these energies in Libra, saying harmony, balance, beauty, love, relationships. These things are important. Let this be important to you in and through this new moon. Let yourself seed your own personal harmony with intention in this new moon energy. So, like I said, besides this, we've got Pluto going direct. Pluto goes direct at 11:29 a.m. Now, a lot of times Pluto isn't one of those planets where we're like, oh, something cosmically just moved. You're not necessarily going to feel it unless it's like right on your stuff. However, Pluto going direct is now going to be pushing us towards a reckoning of some sort. Pluto will be landing on the United States Pluto soon, within the next year, actually within the next 6 months, probably even sooner than that, probably within the next 5 months, it's going to be reaching that. So, we are in a push to empower ourselves. Hopefully, with Pluto retrograde, we have recognized where we do not honor our personal authority, where we do not honor our own personal power, where we can tend to push those energies outside of ourselves. This is a call back into authority. This is a call back to power. Pluto direct is about, to me, empowerment, especially in Capricorn. Empowerment through your own personal authority. Now, it doesn't mean that victim situations and situations where you've handed over your power and the like won't necessarily come up. Those things are still going to come up, but your work is to recognize that and be able to work into standing in your personal power. So Pluto direct, along with this, that's, I think, part of being in your harmony is like recognizing who you are, recognizing the authority of who you are. So it's powerful that it's happening with this new moon energy. What else we have that's powerful is Venus is finishing up in Scorpio. Venus is finishing up in Scorpio and we'll be moving into Sagittarius tomorrow. So we're going to have Venus at 29 degrees Scorpio. Knowing how to set your boundaries. Knowing how to empower yourself, knowing your worth and empowering your worth, that all goes hand in hand with Venus at 29 degrees Scorpio. Now between this Mars energy that we've got going on and this Venus at 29 Scorpio, you may be feeling a little feisty and a little spicy. So do be aware of that energy coming through and see how you can channel it into your personal power. Oh, there's so much stuff. We also have Mars and Uranus connecting. We have the Sun and Uranus connecting. I feel like I've talked enough about all of the stuff. The Moon and Mercury connecting. It's also a super high electrical day on top of all of this. So take it easy. Take time to ground. You know, if you're planting your seeds, you want them in the ground. You want them connected, you know, or covered in dirt. Do that for yourself as well. Get outside, connect in, because this energy can be very triggering electrically, nervous system-wise. And even if you can't sleep, take a siesta. Rest. Oh, I hear guinea hens. I don't know if you can hear them, but the guinea hens are saying things. They're like, take the time to get outside and scratch the dirt. And here comes Mahalo, all the animals. Hi, baby. So let me show you my cards because, oh my goodness, so much. Like I said, change. Be on the leading edge by working on your personal harmony. What do you need for balance in your life right now? And I love these cards together. I have the We Are the World card. They both remind me of each other. But to me, this change, this energy, it is helping We Are the World. It is helping everybody else, even if you're not aware of how. I promise you finding harmony and peace supports others in that. I have the consciousness card as well. So this definitely is some mental energy. This is the Ace of Swords. Be impeccable with your mental energy today. That being said, watch out for the shoulds getting on you. The shoulds from others. You know what other people say you should do? That is not about you. Harmony, what's right for you, that is seated within. Tune into that. Finally, I have the Adventure card. This card always, to me, is about, like, going there. going into the shadows. Being willing to look there. So, hold space for that in and through these energies. There may be pockets of this, like I said, the triggers that come up that need to be worked through. So, you can always book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And stay curious. Namaste.